Oh, there she is.
Hello.
So I'm turning on.
Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right, I just turned on the screen share so you guys can see what I'm seeing at the same time. I'm not trying to like,
Oh.
yeah. So you're not trying to watch my stream at a 10-second delay.
Yeah.
So screw all that.
Um.
So I guess if we're gonna be doing my VOD first, let me tell Soul which one this one. This is the one when we were in Paris, and we just kind of did the one that we won, but we kind of like whatever on the comps because we didn't know how to counter their comps, so we just chose whatever we thought was best. You
Okay,
guys say so?
I mean that's fine.
Wasn't
That's
the
basic.
last one we did was Paris?
Yeah, the last one, the one
Yeah,
with
Oh.
Lucio. Lucio was doing a shot calling for us, and it helped out a lot.
yeah. I was expecting more. You sent me a 15-minute long video. I was like, oh crap, they only sent me the one
Yeah,
game.
mine's an hour.
Yeah, see, that's how you should do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. I broke it off. I broke it off mine to segments per game and said, okay, I'll do that next time
Right.
then.
Yeah. Did you already email me, Soul, that file, or is it still going through?
um, I have to upload it to Google Drive first because it's too big.
Oh my God,
Segments.
Soul, you're breaking my balls here. All right. No, if anything, we can just go over thalliums first, and then we can look at things from your perspective. Maybe on a different map too. All right. So just to start this off, what the hell is your comp? What is this? Like you got Genji Tracer, so obviously Orisa Hog probably aren't gonna be your best tanks. Oh,
Okay.
the cat meowing the whole time.
Yeah. Should we have done just standard Ryan Zarya? Oh no, it was like a hog. That's why the hog wasn't part of
Yeah,
our stack,
yeah,
so he chose first, and so I we tried to build it around the hog.
yeah. And I'm trying to like listen to what's going on right here. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying in game, but you should be talking about your halt hook combos kind of being a thing.
Okay.
So, and with the
We
soldier,
lost.
nah,
It's
this makes it
fine.
a
If she
little
gets
better.
annoying, I can
We lost
take
Soul.
her back in the kitchen.
No, not at all.
Very erratic
She
shots.
just crawled under my door. There's like nothing I can do about it.
With
Oh, wait a second. Did Soul leave the call?
yeah, we lost Soul.
Oh no. So,
She went offline actually.
oh, what the hell? Did she? Oh, it might be because she's uploading that thing to Google Drive, and now her internet's all fucky. I don't know. I don't know if we should wait for her or if we should just keep going.
I don't mind. I don't mind waiting.
Yeah.
If we wait, let me get my
Quality content.
is the it must be because when I recorded it, I set up my settings in OBS to be like the best quality.
Yeah. And it looks fine right now. There's always going to be some like rendering annoyance when you're transferring it onto YouTube.
Okay. So the way Soul's doing it, she's keeping it as is, and she's sending you a file. Is that what you prefer instead of putting up on YouTube?
No, honestly, the YouTube is preferred. I just told her now
Okay,
to send the file because she didn't upload it. But
gotcha.
YouTube's like it'll just be a little bit better. And especially like if you put it in the Tank Bots channel for everyone to see, like I might not be the only coach that looks at it. Like one of the tank mentors or something might look at it and give some feedback.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, what are you doing? Says she's active on mobile. Yeah, I'm like scrolling through this wheel. You like all over the place with which tanks you're on.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was difficult. I was doing my best to switch off what helped the team and also countered theirs.
Yeah, which I mean
When I
that's kind of what you got to do in comp.
Yes. So the thing that you told me a long time ago when I first joined was be able to flex, like, period. Like, even though on the team
Yeah.
I'm main tank or whatever, but be able to play heroes, it helps me climb. And so I keep that in mind now whenever I'm playing in comp.
Yeah, no, I got like I know exactly what you mean. Sorry, Soul just let me know her internet's really bad, probably because she's trying to upload the video. Let's see if she'd rather just like finish uploading her video, or if she wants to join us for reviewing right now. And if that's the case, like it'll just be you and me in this call.
Yeah, either or. Like I said, my schedule's free all day Sundays, so um,
Yeah. Well, I got a scrim at 4 with the like army group, and then like I gotta cook my dinner and shit afterwards.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. And then at 8 we should be having a scrim tonight for BP.
Oh, we have scrim tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's Sunday. I forgot
Yeah,
that.
I'm trying to confirm one. Like I haven't gotten anyone to message me back about doing one tonight, so that's why I haven't put it in the announcements. All right. She said like her computer won't even let her connect to Discord. So all right, looks like it's just gonna be you and me. She said she'll see if she can handle it. I think maybe we should just go on with it.
All right.
So I'll tell her like we're just gonna go on with it. All right, so let's go back to this. All right, start with your setup. Yes, like that's a good spot. Your shield's just like
Especially when
absolutely
she
perfect.
hears me talking when I'm playing video games. She'll follow
So
my lead.
off the bat, like what are you not talking about with your hog?
The hook, the halt and hook.
Halt hook combos, yes. Like you should be playing for those a lot. Like the point of Orisa hog is to get those picks.
So just now I used my first halt. Was that halt? There was no reason for me to use my halt just now, or
So
was
that
it?
halt was actually fine. So a lot of things you can do to help your team out, especially when they're going Rhine, is if you pull him and displace him in those couple of seconds that he's inconvenienced, you're breaking his shield. So if we go back to that real quick,
She hears me talking when I'm playing video games.
so let's look at that Rhine shield
She'll
right
follow
there.
my lead.
Hammond, back to
So
the right side.
you guys are already putting a lot of pressure on it. All right, you see those cracks immediately? That means his shield's at least half.
Break his
Okay.
shield, break his
And
shield.
then, yep, the shield broke. That was the point of that. You can do halts just to break his shield. Sometimes you gotta do that. So his shield's broken, and your shield is still at half about, and you haven't even thrown your second one. So you guys are actually at a shield advantage right now. But
But my positioning. I'm sorry.
yeah, but
Um.
it should
Yeah.
be in your mind that they're going to go through here. So you guys should be rotating to the other side of this. Like it's still putting the shield facing them, of course. But like watch what happens now. Put your shield down and they do exactly what you should be expecting. You still got 3
Okay.
seconds till your next shield, and they've already made all this movement, taking all this space. And you have become ineffective and are getting fucked up by the McCree because you put your shield down, like back to originally where it was, knowing that the team is going to rotate. So you got to rotate the shield with it. So either go back to point and set up on point, or set yourself up like right here on this platform, or like right at the top of these stairs.
Okay.
Mars half.
So in that, like in this team fight right here, like you move slower when you shoot. You should, and especially with the McCree this way and your giant head, you should be like looking down and away from the McCree, running towards this side of the point with your team, and then setting your shield up. So
Okay.
you shouldn't even be shooting because now you're just taking so much unnecessary damage. You're not gonna be able to tank anything in this fight. So I'm gonna go on a limb here. Wild guess, you guys get steamrolled on the first point,
Yeah.
right? Even though you guys have a pick, I can already tell because of how split you are and how like you guys haven't taken any space as the tanks. Their tanks are just their Rhine took all the space in the world and is now he's in control of this fight. Look at this. 50 health. 50
Yes.
health.
And the McCree's
So-
right in front of my face.
Yep. So you're about to die. You're about to get shreked. And that's unfortunate. And oh my god. That is just unlucky right there. So aim for his head, please. It's
Okay.
big, shiny, and blue. Like aim for the head. Like this Ryan should be dead right now. You could have killed him, but like just try to work on tracking on people's heads. I know it's a little weird with Orisa because she's projectiles. So, and wrecked. So, like, I mean, you already saw. I could tell immediately that team fight was lost before the Rhine even got on point.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's because you put your shield down knowing they were going to push hard through that area. Like, if you suspect that, you got to rotate with them. You got to beat them to the point and take control of it. Because with Orisa on a control point, the point is to, like, hold in one area as a team. And the moment the team gets split up like that, the moment you can't actually hold an area because your shield is off in Narnia, fight's lost.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Soul message me. All right, yeah, she was just like, okay, that's cool. We're doing this. All right, here we go.
I'm gonna take back right side.
So, what are we suspecting right now?
They're gonna have Shatter.
Yes.
And yeah.
How many people did
Shatter.
he kill? How many did he kill?
At least we know for sure 3. Like there was
Four.
a lot, but oh,
There
he was
were
4.
3 in the kill feed, killed by his charge. He pinned the Moira against the wall, knocked 2 off of the. Yeah, he knocked 2 off of the map, and then he
Oh,
killed
yeah.
you. So one
That's
thing
right,
you should know, especially since you're a Rhine player, every fire strike he lands, he gets about 8% ult charge. So.
Okay.
So if he's like, especially since like throwing him through the choke, he's hitting you, he's hitting the hog. Every time a fire strike is thrown, like expect he's up 10% because a little bit's charging before he throws, a little bit's charging afterwards. So with every fire strike he lands, that is roughly 10% of his ult charge, and that's like the best way you can think of tracking an enemy Ryan's ult. The more fire strikes he hits, the more likely it is that he's got Earth Shatter. So that's coming in. That McCree got quite a few shots off on you. So I'm suspecting him at about 70 to 80% ult charge right now. And with how much damage he took, and the Moira healing him up, she's probably sitting between 60 to 80% as well.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure what your goal is right here.
I just sit back there, the back right. Oh, I was trying to punch the thing for no reason, but I was sitting back
Alright.
here, back right.
Okay. That shield right there. So I'm gonna hop in the game real quick, show you what I was gonna get at. So that shield right there, immediately I've already got like a huge problem with. So I'm just gonna go in here, go towards where it is, because I feel like that shield is going to cause you problems here in a minute. So you threw it right here. We know like these lines right here is where the point is. You threw, bam, exposed from this angle. Like, yeah, they might be able to get you there. They're definitely gonna be able to get you here. So when you throw that shield, you got to be aware of where the edges are, because that McCree comes in, and if you're playing in and out in this area, he's gonna be landing a lot of shots on you. So play a little bit further back. Make sure that the shield is up against the wall. This one you don't have to worry about as much, because if they start coming this way, then you can rotate to the other side of point.
Okay.
But if you're dedicated on setting on the right side, make sure that's blocked so they can't hit you from that angle. So, all right, back to the VOD and see how this goes. Because I can already tell this shield is going to be a problem for you guys.
Ryan's on main.
There's someone on the left.
So see that's good right there. Like I was saying, you can pull a Rhine just to break his shield some more. So I actually like what you did with that pull. However, you see that, yeah, you're not thinking at all about your shield placement, where it is relative to the walls and where your angles are. So this ball just kind of messed you guys up.
Or mid. On the left of the tree
So
and
yeah, like I said, he had
coming up
shatter.
above us here. To our left here.
Whoa, buddy, you got to calm down. Like, your tracking will be better if you just, relax for a little bit. So,
I'm switching over to Monkey.
are you in Overwatch right now?
I can be.
You can. I'll show you a little something with Orisa here in a sec. So, the Winston was a decent pick to get back quick. I would have chosen Ball personally.
It wasn't for mainly quickness. It was because I felt like it would have been more effective and
Yeah. Well, okay, I didn't realize
Because-
that's
because
what
what they
was
were
going on in your
running.
mind. Yeah, you should have thought in your mind like you had to get back quick because I think they were already at 2 ticks when you made the switch. Like you needed to get back. Yeah, you got a good pick there on the Ana.
Hog, fire point, please. Hog.
like
Use that
yeah.
belly. Use that belly.
So looks like you guys hold here. Cool. So let me know when you're logged into Overwatch and I'll invite you to the lobby because you're right on me right now.
That was funny.
Alright, it's gonna be kind of weird.
So there's like I'm not hearing talk right now about what ults were used. So we already knew they used mine, Shatter, and Nano. Like that's what I'm like. Those are the ones that I track so far. Like, and on the other ones, actually I use Moira ult too. So these are the things you guys should be talking about right now. And I'm not
Sorry,
hearing
Winston,
much
I
on
think.
it.
Hog.
I'm in game.
You're in game right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so. Oh, wait, wrong one. So let me invite you in and. Let's see. Yeah, so. Go Zen real quick so I can show you something. Like,
First point or second point?
but over by first point because I'm walking back towards you right now. So here's where I'm gonna talk about like why you gotta stop with the erratic movements, because you did good. You put the hold like up, hooked, and then you should track down. How much damage did you just take?
I took 142.
So look at that, and how fast did that happen?
And
Like,
but
so
then,
you're like going like this crazy. So I hook you, and then I'm like, how much did you take that time?
that time I took about 60 something, 70
Yeah.
something.
So this is what I'm talking about. Like, just calm yourself and track with it, and you'll do
Okay.
a lot more damage. So I kind of messed that one up right there. I told you to pick Zen just for shields recharging, but and the better you get at that, you're dead. Look,
Uh,
in the length of just the pull, I did over 200 HP of damage. So
let me watch this. Yeah. Oh, you follow the halt line. That makes
yeah,
so much sense.
you follow the halt lines, and like Arisa's got a way higher damage output than you may realize. So if you can get in the habits of just like calming yourself, especially when you're halts, because they're locked in that movement. So like you just control their lives at this point, and you can easily just track up and down, and you do a lot of damage.
Okay. So yeah, follow the line of
Yeah.
the halt. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the video now. But that's just something for you, because like when we watched in
Yeah.
your VOD, I mean, I don't think I need to go back to it. You saw how sporadic your movement was. They're
Yeah.
locked in that movement. There's no need to like try to constantly flick while you've got them trapped.
So I just sat up there because I could watch left, and also I'm technically high
Someone
ground.
hacked me from
That's
that.
No,
not
this-
the only thing I could.
Yeah, no, this is a good spot. This is where usually I like to hold up if I play Winston on defense on this point.
Okay.
So sometimes I'll even play up there as Ryan, but it depends on like how my team's working. If they'll stay with me, or if the enemy team is like constantly going on the right side of point, then I'll play by the choke. That's good. So I'm noticing you're not like doing the melee before you land. Just get in the habit of it to melee before you land each time, just because you do so much more damage.
Okay.
Watch for a shatter.
So I put the bubble right there so that they can't heal the Rhine. The Rhine was out of place.
Yeah.
Because I think he shattered just
That's
now.
a
So he shattered.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, like usually out of habit, whenever a ball comes in and starts to slam, I throw my shield down because he'll just get less value out of his slam because the shield will block line of sight of it. So like if he slams inside of it, only people outside of it or only people inside the bubble will get hit. So it just denies him a lot more ult charge. But this was
I didn't
actually
know
probably a good call to hold on to the bubble and put it in that choke. Yeah, the Moira can still heal him, but now it's forcing the Ana to move onto point or around.
Summer's back right.
So that right there, I love that. I do that all the time. Jumping straight up to reload. So very good call on that. It looks like you're trying to do the melee before landing. Your timing's off.
Yeah. I just learned about it a couple of days ago. So
Coming back with the belly, just hang on.
Coming up.
We should be able to win this one, yeah. Push on the Rhine. Oh, nope, not push on the Rhine.
Watch out, there's a Sombra still hanging out, Link.
So I probably would have pushed up on him. Like, just tell the team, let's go, push up on him. And as they were going there, decide, like, left or right, because let me back up like 2 seconds.
Watch out, there's a Sombra still
And
hanging
boom, Ana by herself. If you guys pushed on that,
Oh.
you all could have gotten this Ana.
that's true. Okay.
Yeah. And you've got your jump, so personally I would have leaped, gone behind her, and then she's forced to try and go back this way and have to deal with your entire enemy team. But that's if you guys make the call to push up and put the pressure on them. Remember,
Okay.
like I told you, usually in Overwatch, the more aggressive team wins.
out, Link.
Are they going right? Or left, I mean?
So you got to be quicker to react. The moment you start hearing that ticking, you should be looking towards Olive Point. You looked at a wall. So
Okay.
yeah, like the exact opposite of where anything could have been contesting the point.
There she is. Back to point.
So, did you see which way that Sombra teleported?
Yes.
Where do you think she's at?
She's at the health pack.
Yep, she's at the health pack. So you saw that. You could have chased her down and taken her out. I would have gone for it myself because their whole team, the rest of their team was still like backing up. They haven't pushed in. I would have tried to go for her. And if they did all come over there, which they didn't because they're all still here like I suspected, use Primal, get the Sombra off, and then from there jump back to this entrance and start booping people towards your team in this doorway. Usually I prefer to go for like the Reinhardt. I'll start booping him towards my team. Completely gets rid of the shield for the enemy team, and now he's way out of place and usually an easy pick for the rest of my team.
Which way are they going?
Okay, so
Me?
Primal Rage is a good way to consider Primal Rage is a good displacement, not a good way to just like push
Yeah.
people off point. Okay.
Yeah, like really, displacement is the main key of Winston's juggle. Yes, you can do high amounts of damage if you're doing the juggle correctly, but your main goal shouldn't be, try to make the kill feed look like a Genji blade. It should be making the space, for your team. So when you do your primal, you got to think, who am I booping? Where am I booping them? And how does this help my team? Those should be the
Okay,
things that go through your head while you're primaling.
Because in this map, at this point, you mentioned to boop Ryan towards your team, not away from my team.
Yep.
So that is good call to do then.
Yep.
Okay.
Because
One came.
like his healers, so the Moira's not gonna be able to heal him if you've booped him completely away, and the Ana, like, it forces her to have to move up so that she's less likely to miss her shots. But like at that point, you're still juggling him, so it's gonna be really hard for her. So Reinhardt should probably be the target to get with your primal to displace him. Once he's displaced, and if your enemy team takes him, I would probably go for the Ana next. Because the rest of the team, they're going to be too mobile and squirrely for you to get them reliably. Like the Ball, the Sombra, Moira, they're going to be really hard to juggle. You should be going for the most stationary characters with it. So, and you need to be more aware of the range of your Tesla cannon. So,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's
Let's-
not hitting anybody.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Mings, Hammond.
So you're shooting. So you were at like 58 ammo left when you finally hit something. Like almost half your ammo gone before you even touched anything. So just try to be more aware of the range of your cannon. Yes, it's longer than Ryan's hammer, but there's a lot more implication to you missing with this than there is with missing Ryan's hammer because you got reload times.
He
They're
has
all
shattered.
mid.
So you're not using your movement mobility abilities at all. What you guys either should have done was, and I personally would have said, everyone focus Ryan since he charged all the way to the back like a dumbass. So everyone like jump onto him, focus him, take him out while you guys still had the Lucio barrier. But you were shooting at the healers from a very ineffective range and doing nothing to them.
Okay, so turning to Orion is the would have been the better call
Yep,
to do.
definitely would have been the call. So this, good. You used your primal to save yourself, which is a very good call. So now, yep, I would have gone for the Ana.
I like the aim better.
Yeah. You need to get a little bit more used to the jumping. So I can pretty much see from that you were just kind of hitting shift while still holding W. Well, yeah, you could have just pressed S, and like you'll do a shorter leap. You may not realize this, but you get about a 30% speed increase when you go into primal rage. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, no, I didn't know that.
yeah, your jumps are going to be different because of that. So you got to try and take that into account when you do your leaps. With where that Ana was, yeah, short leaps would have been better, but you were doing like these long line drives trying to get her, and it was kind of
Just
hurting
Ryan,
you with
Ryan and
being
ball.
effective.
Push on Ryan, push on Ryan. Alright, push on ball then.
I'm with you.
Again, the range of your chest.
Alright, I'm leaving him. Leaving him.
So that right there, I would have tried to body block him. If you could have
Oh,
just gotten
from
in the
getting
door.
out.
Like literally just jump in there, stand in the hallway if you could have gotten in front of him, and he can't roll through you because your hitbox is so big.
Push him. Push mid.
Oh, how good.
The call was made to push. I think that was good. Look, got the Rhine. That's a huge pick. And
Hey,
now
you guys are all up there.
Yeah, I'm backing
Yeah.
up. Hog team.
your hog just popped off. Hog
Yeah,
is my
he did.
favorite guy in here right now. Like that was actually really good calls to make that aggression. I would never push up past that choke right there though. So at that point, once you killed the Rhine and ball, boom, back up.
Well, what made you
Think what's called-
consider for the push though? Like, or why the push?
Well, because you guys were like up, and the only one left alive was Ryan. And if you push that, he dies. Well, the team's not going to engage. The enemy team's not going to engage without their shield tank, are they?
No.
No.
Okay, no, they
So you
won't.
just stagger them, and now they got to wait an extra 10 seconds just for their Reinhardt to respawn. So
Even
the-
if I had to use my leap to tickle Ryan, it would still would have been a good call to done.
I think so.
Okay.
So, but when you're doing a chase like that, knowing that you're gonna have to back up, and I'm going in game here to show you real quick, just because leap has a 6-second cooldown, so you got to be very aware of like what your cooldown's gonna be when you land. So, oh my god, I gotta back up. I should have made you come to second point.
Yeah, I'm coming to second point with Winston.
Yeah, I'm just gonna switch to Winston real quick too.
All right, I'm on second point.
Yep. So I'm basically gonna go over to the choke where you guys just were. So, and really, you could probably just pay more attention to the screen share because I don't like need the test dummy right now. So, you look at the screen share, like I jump and now I got 5 seconds left for my cooldown. That's quite a bit of time. So, but like coming out here, seeing where the Reinhardt was, I would have like leaped over here, jump, and now I've got 4 seconds left. 3 seconds to cool down. He's dead, and now I jump back out.
Okay.
So-
So I see that with same thing with the Hammond and same thing with the Ryan, it jumped to cut off their path.
Yep. And that's like taking space away from them. So you hear that phrase, taking space. A lot of people don't know exactly what that means. Taking space is not simply just holding W and holding pressure. It's like going somewhere to where it disrupts them. So going behind the Reinhardt this way completely disrupts him. I'm body blocking. He's either got to swing at me or like just charge away. And at that point, his shield's down. Your hog just unleashes more damage onto him because you've taken the space from him to just be able to walk backwards. He's got to do something else, and basically, the option is die.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's really all I wanted to show you there. So let's get back to this.
Top left, top left.
Same thing with
So,
my Tesla
you
cannon
s-
range. Same thing with my punch. Like I don't know my punch distance, so you can see that I'm punching air.
Yeah.
Not punch. Yeah.
Yeah. I only use the like alternating the melee and Tesla cannon if I'm 1v1ing another tank.
Yeah.
Usually
Rez
or
told me about the shield, the armor thing. We took like 10 minutes out, and he was showing me about the whole armor and punching and
yeah,
only using Tesla cannon on squishies. I forgot about that.
yeah, because you'll do a lot of damage real quick. So actually, I'm gonna go back in game and show you. I'm gonna punch you real quick so that all right, your armor's completely gone right now in game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna show you how like the engagement should look. How much HP do you have right now?
Stand by. Let me check. I have 398.
So 398. How much do you have now?
293. So
So
100 damage.
I just did over 100 damage in how quick?
And just engaging. That's all you
Yeah,
did. You
just
engaged the
engaging.
meta.
That's how it should look. Because
Can
when
you do it again?
yeah, so you're jumping, you hold Tesla cannon, melee right before you land. And how much you got now?
211.
So that was like 80 something HP, and I'm not even shooting the Tesla cannon afterwards. So 211 HP, that's roughly about what a squishy's got, slightly more. So if I do the same thing, and dead. How fast was that?
Survival of the fittest.
But in 2 seconds, about.
And that's how fast you should be killing squishies with Winston if you do your engagement properly.
Yeah.
So, and like the reason I like going into a custom game and showing you is like if you experience it, watch it happen, you'll get a better idea. Like the more you understand the things that go on or like how they should be going on both ends from the Winston point of view and from the enemy point of view, it just helps you get a better game sense and knowledge of how you should be
shit.
engaging. So, and when you think about that too, like I've told you, so with a dive comp, if you hard engage like that, so that's the damage you did with Winston. We're not even talking about what the Diva's done. We're not talking about what the Genji or Tracer or Pharah, whatever other DPS you got coming in with you and the Lucio. If you guys all focus the same target, how fast does enemy Zen dive in an initial dive?
Under a second.
In under a second, exactly. And that's how those should look.
Okay.
So, going back into it. So this,
I did-
perfect call. Perfect call.
Yes.
Mine's still
She
high
killed
shed.
herself.
Yeah. I was actually surprised she did that.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
So you did exactly what I said I would have done, like that we talked about like 10 minutes ago. So I like that you did that.
Oh shit, my bad. I'll come back. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, nice wall. Let's go.
Oh, they were pushing us.
Yeah. So you'll get used to that, but you're like, it's just you're very unaware of just like the range of your Tesla cannon, and that'll just go with time, really,
Yeah. It's
because you waste
so
so much
bad.
ammo
I'm not there, I'm
before
not
you're
there.
even
I'm
in the
dead.
fight.
Oh, I killed.
I'm hacked. I'm hacked.
So this is another thing, like I was saying with Orisa, like if so you're hacked here, and you should know, oh god, I can do nothing and they're too far from my range. You should immediately turn away from them, look down, and run to cover.
I think that's
So-
what I did just now.
Yeah, but it took you a second, so let's back up.
Oh, I
So you
killed.
do it. You're hacked. You
I'm
look
hacked.
at them, and Sombra's shooting at you. You're probably getting headshots right now, like just a couple little
I'm hacked.
headshots. So if you just turned away, look at your health.
Okay.
If the enemy
Okay,
had a
so
little
re-
bit better tracking, you'd be dead right now. So it
Yeah.
should just, if they're out of your range, just immediately turn around, look down, and get behind this cover. So you managed to survive.
Just
Yeah, that's a couple of times already. I managed to survive.
Yeah. Very lucky.
no problem.
Hey, so I'm gonna be your far right.
What?
So a little quicker on the bubble. When you see that ball jump up very particularly like that, you can put it down so he doesn't get, well, I think he already had the ult. But like I was saying, trying to deny him all charge.
I got you.
Yeah.
Guys. We're on point defending. Try to do it.
We're purple.
It's actually interesting rewatching my
Alright,
my
come mid.
game.
Yeah, it's if you rewatch your shit, you like kind of start picking up on all the things you never picked up before. Hey, what's going on here? Soul sent me a message. I'm trying to read it.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to it.
Coming back.
Point. So you jumped up there. I'm not exactly sure what your purpose was. So you knew these guys were like push on the point. You could have just jumped on, did some damage, and you got primal. So you shouldn't be afraid to jump in there because that's basically an extra life. Just hit Q and suddenly your HP is full again and doubled. So soldier would have been like my
Come on,
target.
I got
here.
Ryan low.
Yeah, but soldiers survived for right there. Yeah.
And you could have killed him.
I'm Nina.
So not bad on that call there, but you very clearly don't have any intent with your ultimate there. Like you're just randomly jumping to the first thing you see, hoping something happens. Like I said, you just got to think like, what's the purpose? What does this do for my team? And why am I doing this? You know?
Okay. Yeah. So now I know with Primo, I can whoever is stationary, whoever has less mobility is who I should focus on.
Yeah.
When I'm in Primo.
And there you go.
Thanks for the heals.
Like that right there was perfect. Right
Yeah,
there.
Starbucks right here.
got her.
Thank you.
No problem.
So it looks like you guys are gonna hold this one.
Yeah. Soul was keeping me up. She was like I was only able to survive so long because she's so good.
She's pocketing the shit out of you.
Yeah.
About to make a little.
Soul would probably be way higher in
back,
her
come
SR if she didn't have the worst internet in the world.
I have my ult.
Damn.
They're coming mid hard. I don't know if they'll go off, but
Soldier has his ult. 100%.
So
Watch a hook.
So the jiggle peeking you're doing right there, you might want to do it a little less often if you're playing Winston, because what can you do?
Nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. So
just
you saw
be a
them, you
target.
you saw them. You can peek out once, gather a little bit of data, see where they're at, and then back up. Especially since they had a hog there. If he had hooked you, you probably would have been fucked. But he just kind of stared at you menacingly.
Watch the hook. Watch the hook.
So there goes the Rhine. Everyone should focus that Rhine. Rhine just charged into your back line because he's a big dumb dummy. Doesn't know what he's doing. Has never played main tank in his life. And he should be dead. But you decided you want to try and 1v1 a hog as Winston. What about this
Okay.
is a good idea?
Nothing.
Nothing, exactly. So
Especially
never try to
when I
1v1 a
think
hog.
of-
you
yeah.
guys right here. I'm popping in. Here it is. Got him. I'm gonna boot them into Maze ult.
What
Oh,
the
never
hell?
mind.
Some kind of hog.
So
Nice.
yeah, your main hog just kind of carried that fight for you.
On the
So
right,
everyone should focus him.
stragglers.
Did you just try to shoot your own tracer?
Did I? I don't know.
That's what it looked like. But let's back this up a couple seconds.
Yeah, actually, I'm kind of curious myself. Okay.
Okay, look.
Okay, so I see.
On the right.
You jump?
stragglers.
You're shooting at your tracer.
Oh, yes, I am.
You're like, oh god. Yeah. So you probably should have seen that coming. But like,
Oh, the hack, the EMP.
yeah. So yeah, the EMP hadn't happened for a while. So you got purple and you decide that's when to primal, which you probably could have saved it a little bit for when your health was lower. You saw that translocator, right? You had
Which one?
enough
I'm
time
sorry.
to react before leaping. I know you probably didn't think about the reaction to it, but as soon as you saw that that translocator, personally, I
Oh,
probably
coming
would have
in.
tried. I probably would have tried to jump straight up. Like it was just like a fraction of a second to react, but that's something you can react to.
Okay.
But
Yeah, so the translator
you're
is
hacked.
that's the one
Still
that
got
came
mine?
into the Okay, that one. Okay, yeah.
So I don't know where you're going.
Nice shot.
All right, cool. So let's push this forward and get to the next fight. The cat is just meowing so much.
Yeah.
I'll save my speed.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna let this play out. Let's see what you do. So, have you? At this point, I don't think you probably haven't talked about what path you're gonna take. So, what path do you guys want to take right now?
We're gonna take right. We talked about going right, and Lucio's like, yeah, I'll speed us through.
Okay, so it'll all depend on their comp. If they're like a bunker with a bastion, probably not the best idea because as soon as you get into the right, the stairs leading up to them, that's just a funnel. So everything that they lay down will be a funnel. If that's what they got, I would choose to go left because you got that hallway there. Charge up your shield, and then you can get moving.
I'm right behind you, Ryan. Right on your cue.
So try to avoid enemy fire strikes because you know that's their main source of all charge. It's also
8%.
yours, so you should definitely be landing.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
So you missed your fire strike
I
right
sped,
there.
I sped through it. Keep going.
No,
So
the
at this
right,
point,
the
I
right.
get a little
Focus
confused.
that right.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
It was a good hook, and so I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna go at it, but then Lucio kept saying, "Keep pushing." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So I didn't know what to do. Kind of
Yeah.
freaked out.
You guys probably could have focused him down and done it, but hey, remember, you're the one taking space here. You got to try and take control. That's why I'm like in our scrims, I'm always saying that it's either like you or Soul or Milk or whoever your off tank is, whatever at the time. You guys are the ones doing the shot calling, target calling, because you guys are the ones who control the fights. You take the space. That's the tank's job. So that's why those are always like your tanks are usually the ones making plans.
Okay.
Go all the way
So
through
now,
Reinhardt right here.
where's your team?
I think we're split up at this point. We're
Incredibly
definitely split
split.
up.
The enemy team should be taking advantage of that.
Press. I got the soldier.
So-
He's
On
down.
the top.
You got to counterpin. The moment he starts charging at you, you got to hit shift, so that that doesn't happen. Because now he just got like, I think 20 to 25% all charge for landing a pin.
That's all.
Got him.
Anna's on the
Yeah.
top side. Hanging out. Get Anna, top side.
Soldier still up. Or,
So target focus is all over the place. So at this point, you should be calling get out or die. Get out or die. You're done. Who's that?
Just regroup.
I'm trying.
Yep.
No.
Yep, that's a get out or die moment. So you should not be peeking right now.
I had no reason.
This bad spot. You need to be able to shield your team once they start coming through. So you should just back up, regroup with your team, and wait. So
Okay.
standing here, not the best idea.
You'll see what happens next, I think, if I remember correctly. Wait, no, never mind.
We'll see. Yep.
Let's
Tracer's
go.
feeding.
Let's go. Watch the hook again.
So
Miss, go.
guys clearly
Speeding through,
aren't sure what
speeding through, all the way
Soldier,
through.
soldier.
Reinhardt, please. Yeah.
So there you go. Good counter charge.
I'm moving to point, move to point, move to point.
Where's he
That was good.
running
You just
me
kept
by?
blocking all the
Dude,
all
they're
the
running
damage.
3 heals and just soldiers, their DPS.
Yeah, I should have woke up with Amora.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I probably would have tried to pin her,
Look at the 3 heals.
Oh, that's
But-
true.
Yeah,
was
they're
good.
doing 3 heals and 2 tank.
but
We could, let's just go
you
fucking
saved her
full
out, which was
DPS,
good.
They're gonna be like that.
Yeah, let me go Winston.
so I probably wouldn't go Winston.
I always go Winston.
Yeah, like you've already got Shatter, you could use it. I would have personally stayed on Reinhardt to get that Shatter off and then
So, do
switched
you want
off
DPS?
afterwards.
Or will, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, let's take
So
out the heals.
your hog feeding. No one's regrouping the way they should. It's just a mess. It is a
Yeah.
gold game.
Yeah, you went
I'm
switch
being
off.
more aggressive now that I know that it's. I mean, they're.
Lucio feeding. You guys, people should be calling out. Stop trickling in. Just group up, because now you're down. That, like, you already had to waste like 10 to 20 seconds for your hog to die and respawn, and now you're wasting another 10 seconds for your Lucio to respawn, and then wait for him to get there.
Yeah. They're
And
running.
now you are feeding. If you survive,
I
I'm gonna
don't
be
remember.
very surprised. But
I don't
you
remember.
right now should die, is what that's all I can say. All right, hold on. Okay, So come back into
All
it.
around, just take advantage.
You're next to a Ryan and a Winston by yourself.
I mean, up
Woke
there.
up the Ryan. This is death. You managed to live, which is amazing. But you guys are getting Shrek'd right now.
Watch your chatter.
You made it out with
What
one
point?
with 1 HP, a literal 1 HP. 1. You should be dead right now. If that soldier could hit a shot, you would be dead.
Come on, let's go through. Take it.
So that was good. Just beating in to
Come
initiate.
on, we should easily be able to take this contract. Get on point.
So
Got this.
now this guy's so focused about point, but they're not on point. The objective should be kill the enemy team, get your ticks later. So everyone's always like get on the objective, get on the objective. If the enemy team's not on the objective, like what, like especially as a dive comp, like what are you accomplishing? You make them
Oh,
come
okay.
to you, but yeah, you should be trying to get onto them and then bailing out when you need to, and that bailout could be to point.
Soldier, the right.
Martin's reviving. Martin's reviving.
Alright, he's coming up on the stairs. Straight forward here. Don't down.